Fellow Ugandans, I greet you all. I'm making this video in response to what Kira Municipality MP Honorable Semuzo Nganda have said when he was discussing Uganda political issues in the capital gang. The latest one, I think, about last week, when he was blaming UPC that under UPC his relatives were disappeared and him and the moderator were pushing Joseph Bushano when Joseph Bushano was trying to explain things that has happened. They didn't want even to listen. They were pushing him to accept that, oh, UPC was so bad, UPC was wrong, the people died, blah, blah, blah. Honorable Semuzu Nganda, I respect him a lot. He has a lot of good points when it comes to discussing things in the parliament. But I think there's one thing he lacks. He doesn't know that accusing somebody or a political party without any evidence, any concrete evidence, could even be that you are breaking the law, because if you accuse somebody, the onus is on you to provide the evidence. Now, for him to say that his relatives who disappeared was the work of UPC, let Semuju Nganda bring any court evidence that shows that UPC was found guilty of the disappearance of his relatives. UPC government, in the second government of UPC, was fighting two rebellions in Uganda. One was in Uganda, where Semuzo Nganda's people supported a rebellion against the UPC government without any genuine reason. Museveni said he was going to the bush because of election rigging, but Semuzo Nganda's people, I don't know why they supported Museveni. Now, in West Nile, the government of UPC was also fighting a rebellion. That one was, actually, I would say, that one was expected, because Amin's government has just been overthrown in 1979 by the gallant sons and daughters of Uganda, who fiercely fought the Amin's army with the help of Tanzanians, and they removed Amin. Now, Museveni went to the bush 6 weeks after that election. If there was any crime, why did they not bring the evidence after removing Obote's government from power? Semuju Nganda, your people and yourself, why did you people not take UPC government to court after the removal of the UPC from power? Let me remind you, Sudan took Omar al-Bashir to court for the killing that happened during the time when Omar al-Bashir was president. Omar al-Bashir is in prison up to today. Egypt took Hosni Mubarak to prison for the killing that happened during the time, I think, of the uprising which took place in Egypt. Unfortunately, Hosni Mubarak died in prison. Why is it that you people are using this, Obote have done this, UPC have done this, only to blame UPC, but you don't want to bring evidence? You have failed to take Obote to court so that he is extradited and let him defend himself or defend his party. You have failed to take Paul Mwanga to court. I heard that Paul Mwanga was taken to prison because of the killing that took place in western Uganda. He killed somebody. What about the killing in Luwero? What about the many killing that has happened in Kampala? Who has been found guilty of that? If General Kaligonza said he used to send people to sleep in Kampala by 3 o'clock, now what do they do between 3 o'clock until morning? What was their work? If I'm not wrong, Okayendo Tafire was quoted as saying that they used to terrorize people in a roadblock, and when they are about to be caught, they ran away into the bush. Now, how can you come and blame UPC, which was fighting these thugs, that it was UPC doing it? Bring the evidence against UPC, put it in place, let UPC go and defend itself, whether it was them, because there's one question I want to ask Semu Uganda and all the people who blame UPC. Why should the children of Uganda who suffered in Tanzania for 9 years in exile, fought and remove Amin, come back and start to kill Ugandans again? Why? For what reason? These are people who suffered in Tanzania in exile, missing their loved ones in Uganda here. When they came, Ugandans even started blaming them. That they started saying that Kiswahili is a word used for terrorizing them. It was a Swahili, was a word of Patagari. Tanzanian forces were here when Museveni went to the bush. Our brothers who have lived in Tanzania for 9 years have now adapted to speaking Kiswahili as their language. And when they came with the Tanzanian forces. Tanzanian forces could not start to speak our language, local language here. That is why Swahili was being spoken. Instead, you people pick it and starting saying, oh, Swahili is a word of use, it was used for terrorizing us. No. It was the word, the language the Tanzanian forces who were still here could use. And it was only the word, the language our brothers who came from Tanzania and Ugandans here could communicate with the Tanzanian forces. It was not a word of torture. Otherwise, why did you accept to start fighting a government that was only elected 6 weeks? If there was any crime, why did you not go to the court? Museveni himself failed to challenge the win of UPC in court. He went and challenged his defeat, which was done by a DP. It was a DP man who defeated him. So he went to the court to challenge that. He did not challenge UPC win. Semugere did not challenge UPC win. Semugere was not running around lying because he had no evidence. So Semu Uganda, if you have evidence against UPC that UPC was found guilty of the disappearance of your parents or your relatives, bring it out. I want to warn Ugandans, even Idi Amin died innocent because nobody took Idi Amin to court. So stop blaming UPC. Accept that you people were wrong to support rebellion against the UPC because you should have waited for 5 years. If after 5 years you saw that UPC was doing anything, was trying to manipulate election, yes, then you will say, okay, this is now what will compel us to go and fight. Now, today, Ugandans are being tortured. Ugandans are being sodomized. Ugandans are being brutalized. Ugandans are being killed by NRA. Why are you people not now going to the bush to fight? Why have you caught your tail between your legs and then you only wait and when it is UPC? Oh, UPC did this. Oh, UPC did this. Who found UPC guilty? Did Tito Kelo, the chief of defense forces, did he arrest anybody and put it under his basement and said, I'm teaching them actually? No. These people respected Ugandans so much. That is why nobody could take them to court. So stop lying and stop listening to lies. You are somebody who is educated. Stop spreading nonsense. And the moderator in the capital gang, you hate UPC, but you studied during the time of UPC. You benefited from everything UPC has put in place. Stop that nonsense of yours also. Thank you.